What's going on, man? I got MLB picks for you in today's video for Sunday. I'm super confident in each one of them. We have 4 total picks. I like them all a ton. All I ask before we jump straight into it is go down, hit the like button, hit the sub button. Let's get this video to 50 likes and sub so you don't miss any videos like this going forward. It's free to do, and it helps me out a ton. So go down, do that, and now we can jump straight into the video. And the first thing that we have to talk about, like always, is what Premium has been doing, because we have been on an absolute heater once again. We've won in 5 of our last 7 days in Premium. Obviously, that's pretty unheard of. People don't usually win at that high of a rate. We're up over 20 units this week alone. 20 units this week alone. That means we're on pace to go up over 80 units in the next 28 days, which is obviously pretty crazy. But right now, what's the most crazy about all of this is if you go click the link down below, the first link in the pinned comment or the description, it's going to take you to my free plan right here. And if you join my free plan today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a full week of my VIP plays. I'm only going to do this for the first, let's say, 25 people that go down and hit that link. Obviously, it's free, so it's going to fill up extremely fast. If you want in, go hit the link in the description or the pinned comment. Either one works. It's going to be the first one below. Completely free. You won't get charged a cent, and I'm going to give you a full week of my VIP for completely free if you're one of the first 25. So hurry up, go do that, especially since I'm not just a guy that goes on win streaks and then goes cold. I've been consistently winning all of 2025. Ask anybody that's been in my Premium. We're up over 300 units on the year. We went up over 170 in the NFL and college football season last year. We're gonna do it again this year. So if you want in, go hit the link. And now we can get into my first pick of the video, which is going to be Francisco Lindor to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's over this mark in 5 of his last 5 games. He's over in 10 of his last 10, so he's gone over 10 games in a row, averaging over 4 per game, which obviously is pretty ridiculous. He's over in 14 of his last 20, averaging over 3 a game, and that's exactly what you want to see. He's been extremely consistent in his last 5, 10, and 20. That's what you want to see. Everything here is pointing to the over, and that's why I made this my first pick. Now, to go on top of that, we've also got to take a look at the matchup, and the Mets are going to be facing Bryce Elder, and if you know anything about Bryce Elder, he has not had much success this season. 5-9 record, over a 6 ERA, and a whip of over 1.5, which, like I said, is not good. It's actually horrendous, if I just want to be completely honest with you. So, Francisco Lindor, a guy that's been crushing this mark in his last 20, 10, and 5, against a guy like Bryce Elder, should cruise over this 1.5 mark. That's my first pick. Now, for my second pick, we're going to be taking Miguel here on the Reds to go over 1.5 total bases. He's over this mark in 4 of his last 5, averaging 2 a game. He's over in 8 of his last 10, averaging 2.7 per game, so even better. And then in his last 20, he is over this mark at a 60% rate, averaging 2.6 per game. So he has been consistent in his last 5, 10, and 20, just like Francisco Lindor. But to top that off, we've got to go look at who the Reds are playing, because that's going to determine whether this is a good pick to take or not. And the Reds, they're going to be facing off against the Diamondbacks. And the Diamondbacks are pitching a guy that isn't as bad as Bryce Elder, but he hasn't had a ton of success this year either. Over a 5 ERA, over a 1.3 whip. He does have a decent amount of strikeouts, if we're just going to be completely honest. But I will say, you can see here in his most recent outing, he allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. Over 6 innings, which isn't just terrible, but it's not the greatest ever, I would say. And if he comes into this game and doesn't pitch the greatest, or pitches kind of how he has all season, I think Miguel is going to have a great opportunity to go over this mark. All he needs is 2 base hits, 1 double, and it cashes, and I really do think there's a great possibility that that happens. So there's my second pick. For my third pick, we're going to be moving over to the Astros game, and we're going to take this guy, Mauricio here, Dubon, to go under his hits, runs, and RBIs. For the same reasons we took these guys over, it's going to be the opposite for Dubon here. He's under this mark in 4 of his last 5, only averaging 1.4 a game. He's under in 7 of his last 10, still averaging just 1.4 a game. And then in his last 20, he's under this mark at a 55% rate. So just like the other guys, he stayed consistent in his last 5, 10, and 20, which is exactly what you want to see. And then to top that off, let's go see what his matchup's going to be, because that always is going to be the most important factor. And he is going to be facing the Baltimore Orioles in this game, and they're going to be facing Trevor Rogers, who has a 6-2 record, a 1.41 ERA, and a whip of .8, which is insane. It's amazing. And if he comes out there and he pitches anything like this in this game against the Astros, there is no way that we see an over here, and that's why I'm taking this under all day long. So there you go. Those are my first 3 picks. Now, real quick, before I give you my 4th pick of the video that I actually am the most confident in, I do want to remind you, once again, if you go down and hit the first link in the pinned comment or the description and join my free plan here, keyword on free plan, completely free, no charge to you. I'm going to give you a full week because I'm transitioning from Dub Club over to Winnable, and I want to get as many of y'all in as possible. I want to give you as much value as possible. So go get on the free plan. It's a no-brainer. I mean, I've shown you the results. Up over 300 units on the year. We're going to go crazy in football season again this year, just like we did last year. I just dropped a huge play. I can't show it to you, but I'm telling you, I just dropped a $10,000 play I personally put on a game today. So if you want in, you want my plays like that, go get in there. And like I said, 5 out of the last 7 days have been winning days. We're going to stay hot. Football season is going to get even better. Go hit the link. Go get in. There's only 25 spots. I don't want you to miss one. Now, with that being said, and now since hopefully you've done that, we can get into the last pick of the video, which is going to be Brett here to have a single hit. And this one was extremely simple to take. It's a little parlay topper. It's going to add a little bit of juice to whatever parlay you're taking. And the reason I like this is he has just been extremely consistent in getting hits. He's over this mark in 5 straight games, averaging 1.6 hits a game. He's over in 9 of his last 10, averaging 1.5 hits per game. And then he's also over at a 70% rate in his last 20 games, averaging 1 hit per game. And then, like I showed you earlier, the Mets are going to be playing the Braves, and the Braves are going to be pitching Bryce Elder. If I can find it again real quick. The Braves are going to be pitching Bryce Elder, who has not been pitching very well this season. 5-9 record, over a 6 ERA, over a 1.5 whip, only 90 strikeouts in 112 innings. This guy, not the greatest. Brett, extremely consistent in getting a hit. So go add this as a parlay topper. It's a no-brainer. There's a reason I said it's my most confident pick. Those are my 4 picks. Go lock them all in. I'm super confident in each one of them. And until next time, let's all go print some money.